Back in 2019, I was in a relationship with an alcoholic. I was making less than $40,000 a year in the accounting department at Enterprise headquarters in St. Louis, the rental car place, and bills were stacking. He had lost his license during our relationship from a past DUI and a felony charge, so he moved in with me to make things easier. I would leave my job in St. Louis and drive an hour to pick him up 30 minutes past our house in Illinois every single day. I was covering all the bills so he could pay court fees, all while watching him slowly kill himself. I had never experienced alcoholism before, so I was learning as I went, but I knew right then and there that this would not be my life. I wanted more. I was always up late researching ways I could make money online outside of my 9 to 5. In college, I always worked 2 to 4 jobs to pay rent, so I was looking for something different. I obviously couldn't afford it, but I started investing $300 a month in a system that supported bloggers. I was going negative every month trying to make it work, and long story short, my personal life was falling apart and I had to put everything I was building on hold. Fast forward to 2022, I was still focusing on what was guaranteed and predictable, my career, and I was thriving. I had 3 times that shitty enterprise salary in just 4 years. If you do the math, it would have taken the average person who takes a 4% increase every year at least 25 years to do that. So how did I do it? I showed up every single day with the motto, I need to figure out how to make this better than it was when I found it. I would learn the nitty-gritty details of every single process, figure out how to make it more efficient, and then figure out how I could automate it using every software tool I had available to me. Then I would document the entire process so anyone could come in and do it if I got hit by a bus tomorrow. I used to say that all the time. I was literally a business owner's wet dream. I knew how valuable I was, so after 1 year of proving myself in a role, I would demand to be paid what I was worth, and if they said no, I left. And they were always shocked because usually people are too lazy to switch jobs, but I knew I was meant for more and I refused to settle and be paid less than what I was worth. At one point in my career, I went back to Enterprise headquarters to interview for a managerial role. I knew I would get it because I crushed it when I worked for them before. But little did they know I was going to use their offer to ask for even more at the job I actually wanted. Anyway, I remember showing up at my dad's, so excited, so proud of a new job I landed with a huge pay increase once again. And the words that came out of his mouth were, "Are you sure you know how to do what they're asking?" My jaw was literally on the floor because in the eyes of most parents, I had quite literally already made it in my career. I was hustling. I was a literal badass. I was probably making more than he did when he retired. And for some reason, to no surprise, this person still didn't think I was good enough. And all I could think to myself was, I cannot wait to keep proving you wrong. And this is an important piece of the story because I'm no therapist, but it could be why I'm sitting here today. So I kept pushing because I wasn't done yet. That feeling of I can do more with my life never went away. And fast forward again to 2023, I made my now or never attempt at figuring out online business. And when I realized I had finally figured it out, I started shouting it from the rooftops, on social media, of course. And I was shouting the truth, no get-rich-quick fantasy bullshit. I wanted to help people skip the 8 years of trying and failing that I went through, and I blew up. I was gaining thousands of followers every single day, thousands of leads every single day. And I never gatekeep, so obviously, the thing that I learned and what I figured out was that you need your automated systems, you need to grow your email list, and you need to nurture that email list with follow-up. I never understood what the people I looked up to the most meant when they said, it's not about what you want, it's about who you are. And looking back now, I was just becoming the person I needed to be. And when I finally had that missing piece of automation and list building, I went from $0 to $100,000 in less than 5 months and quit my 6-figure career. But unfortunately, this was not the happy ending it appears to be. Someone I trusted wholeheartedly and partnered with ghosted me and stopped paying me my hard-earned commission, and it was the reoccurring stream of revenue that I was relying on after quitting a six-figure job to work with him. And that's when I had to start my entire business over from scratch. I kicked into gear, as I always do, and was profitable within 30 days because I already knew what it took, and I already had perfected the back-end systems that run the entire show. But after all of that happened, I completely lost myself. I went from 110% confidence level to constantly questioning, pivoting, overthinking. There were a lot of tears and even more growth to reach the point of sitting here sharing this letter with you today. And I'll be damned if I went through all of this for nothing. It is my duty to make entrepreneurship a little easier for other people who also know they were put here for something bigger. So if that's you and this is a feeling you just can't shake, this is my advice to you. Try, fail, learn, and repeat as fast as you possibly can. Stop learning and start taking action. Get the systems you need in place to speed things up. Because if you are letting behind the scenes tech, something I can fix in just a couple of days, be your excuse for not moving forward, you will stay stuck. Trust me, I've been where you are, and these systems aren't just the focal point, they are the bare minimum. And the next time you're thinking this isn't working, just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be on your journey to becoming who you need to be. Thank you so much for listening if you're still here, and I hope this inspired you to start taking action and doing what you know you need to do, and taking steps not only in the right direction, but in the right order, starting with your systems.